So we made it to the train tracks. The road was not good to ride on, so we were ditch banging the whole way, but we made her.
Yeah.
This guy wore too much. It's too hot. It's like 3 degrees out here today, but we're out on the train tracks. We're going to explore Superior Shores.
Yeah. I wish I had a liner for my jacket.
Yeah, lucky me, I got a liner to take out, which makes it a lot cooler on days like this, but sleds aren't running too hot. Still lots of snow. We just got about 5 inches last night. It's kind of packed in a bit because of the sun, but it's good for the sleds, keeping them cool. So we're coming up on a old abandoned bridge. Pretty cool. We're just making sure it's safe to cross. We're trying to see how far we can get along here, and because we're starting in Pearl and seeing if we can get to Perkit or Red Rock. Pretty beautiful spot here. Gotta watch our step though. It looks like we're good to cross. time to do some exploring since we made it to our destination. So here, there used to be an old dock that would go out, and when I was a kid, I used to come here, go fishing with my dad, and I can't say we ever caught much, but there's some big fish in here. And actually a couple of these boats were still in the water back then. Whoa. Super cool. There's the old engine bay. The old puller. So you put the rope in here, and the teeth closed down as it would spin. And it would pull up your traps or nets or whatever. So old, it was actually wood fired in here. The old captain's chair. Super cool. Best part, it's easier to get out in the winter. Whoa. Made it into the next one. This one's actually in better shape, if you can call it. Another wood stove. But this one actually still has the motor in it. And some of the wiring. Here's the captain's quarters. That's where the steering wheel would have been. Sit up here. There's the old bed. Not that I would sleep in there now. Can't imagine what's happened there. But there's all kinds of old goodies in here. It'd actually be a pretty cool boat to restore and maybe use for different things, but oh. All right. So we got my phone light. It's not super bright, but see what we can see down. Kinds of pots and pans, 5-gallon pails, tarps. Little pressure tank. Oh, look at the size of this old battery.
It's funny because these boats didn't really, like, they weren't running that long ago.
No.
Like, these things were running, like, just a couple of years ago.
Wow. I'd say the last time this thing was used was probably over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But they had it in the water for a bit.
There's still boats like this out there now.
Oh yeah.
Like, we see them all the time when we're out boating on Black Bay.
The only reason these aren't running anymore is because of the trapping laws, and they weren't able to keep going.
Well, when you look at some of this material, look, it's...
So we just climbed up the old ladder here, and we are on the roof. There's the sleds down there, and that is Herkett Cove, Black Bay. Over here there's actually the old radar. Yeah, little smokestack. Still a pretty solid boat. Not that much is missing. I do. Mission success, which means new mission goal. Make it to Red Rock and eat sandwich.
Okay, so what just happened is the screw came out of it. So then it was flapping, and then it got caught by the wind. When it got caught by the wind and this screw was in, it just kind of came off. So good news is when I crashed my dirt bike, I had to buy a new helmet for obvious reasons because I ate crap at 120 kilometers an hour. But I'm just gonna swap that out. So I'm gonna undo that and just pop the new one on here. And yeah,
Sweet.
With that.
Well, you don't have to worry about it anymore.
No, it's just gonna look really stupid.
Ah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it is what it is. And I'm not gonna have anything for the sun now. Nada.
I don't have anything. So this is the Black Sturgeon River. And that's the active railway right there, actually. And the old one is pretty good shape, it looks like. This is cool. People fish in here all the time, but we're not supposed to because it's a spawning place.